Partnerships are vital to our global outreach, enabling us to take the love and hope of Jesus Christ to those who need it most. Our Boots on the Ground Partnership Program physically ministers to those in desperate situations all over the world. The Israel Partnership furthers Kim's legacy of outreach to Israel and Jewish people worldwide. We invite you to become a partner today. Join us today and be part of a community that inspires hope, brings restoration to life, and often healing from the past. Together, we can make a difference, and we thank you for your ongoing support.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Israel Update. Just for everybody to be aware, we are recording this on a Tuesday night Los Angeles time because Doobie is a very busy traveling man and he's flying all over, and so we've got to make things work with schedules. But Doobs, thank you so much for joining me.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you so much, Christy.
I'm sorry for everybody, but this is the cat that will not leave me alone, so it's going to be part of the show today because I actually can't get it to go sleep anywhere else, so it's just kind of stuck here with me for now. But Doobs, there's obviously so much going on in Israel. I've seen this horrific footage of these fires burning all over the north. And at the same time watching portions of Israel burn, places that I love so much, that so many people love, watching it burn. And at the same time, the world is shouting, still shouting about what Israel's supposedly done wrong. What do we say to that?
Christy, I have no words, I really don't know what to say to these people. There's so much going on. We spoke last week about, Biden kind of revealing, the plan that Benjamin Netanyahu put on the table for the negotiations to release the hostages. And this was really some very further steps that the Israeli government was willing to take in order to just try to bring our people back. And then another said news are coming. Another 4 hostages were murdered or killed. Just a few months ago, the Hamas has used them in one of their propaganda videos just to show that they're alive, and they're asking the Israeli government to release them and to surrender and all these kind of stuff. And now these people were found dead. I don't know what else we should do. Even now, even Biden, when he was asked in the last interview, do you think that Netanyahu is stalling or holding back or doing some decisions that are for his own political benefits? And even Biden said, no, I don't think so. I think that Israel put a very, very serious offer on the table. But Hamas thinks that we need to surrender, we need to pull back, and we need to leave them alone, and we need to leave them in power. And that's what they're trying to reach. And the rest of the world, even as now we're speaking, Slovenia, another country, Slovakia, another country has been recognizing Palestine to be a state. Yeah, to be a state. They never were a state. They have no history of a state. But so what can I say? And the entire north of Israel is burning. Of course, Israel is trying again to avoid harming and hurting the poor population in southern Lebanon, because most of them are Maronite Christians, from your
like
tribe.
My family.
And that's why the Hezbollah have been installing themselves right there, because they don't care if these people will die. And Israel is trying to avoid attacking them and just trying to target, Hezbollah bases. And Hezbollah interests. And the Hezbollah has been just shooting all throughout the northern part of Israel. You've seen all the fires.
Terrible.
The vineyards.
They're burning.
Dozens of years of labor is burning. The JNF, Jewish National Fund, was been for years and years planting trees, also in the names of people that died in the world, or in the names of people that have been born, or what the Jews are doing, planting trees all the time. And over I would say probably 4,000 hectares were already burned to ashes. It's painful. It's painful, and Israel is holding back. And there's a lot of pressure over Netanyahu and the government to retaliate, in a more massive way. We heard the Israeli Minister of Defense Galat say that Israel is preparing for some kind of, some more serious actions in Lebanon. And it seems like the deputy of Hezbollah leader, the deputy of Nasrallah, is saying, okay, we are ready, bring it on, because they know that the first thing we'll do, that these poor Christians will be hurt. And so we are between the rock and the hard place. And I think it's not the first time I'm saying it on our shows.
Yeah, it's true. And that really does seem to kind of summarize, I mean, the way modern day Israel's had to function is between a rock and a hard place. But for Bibi especially, everybody's criticizing him. And the thing that I keep saying to anybody who tries to bring it up is, what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Instead of what he's doing, what solution do you have that's better than what he's trying to do right now? And like you're saying, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, they're all the same. It's the same ideology. It's the same enemy. They're just in different locations. And I mean, my grandmother escaped Lebanon in 1910 because of Islamic persecution, because of this exact thing, and when I think about that, it's just all these decades later, it's over 100 years later, and the same thing is still going on.
Christie, there's nothing new with the Islam. The big story is that, unfortunately, they have more patience than we do. Yeah. And you speak to these people and you say, what are you trying to achieve? And they say, listen, it's not for now. Yeah. We are waiting. We have time. We have patience. And then look at Spain coming all over against Israel, forgetting what the Muslims has done to Spain. The Moors took over Spain, destroyed Christianity there for decades and decades. Let me tell you something. There is something very upside down with what's happening in this world. People don't know what is good and what is bad, what is holy and what is evil anymore.
Yes.
Very discouraging, the situation. Yeah. Very, very discouraging.
It is discouraging, Doobs, and I know you're going back soon.
Yeah, I'll be going back home in a week. Yeah. It'll take a little bit of time. I still have some meetings here, but yeah, it's been a good journey because people were literally yawning to hear what's really happening. They are nourished by the general media channels, which literally just throw sand in their eyes. And nobody really understands how come that Israel is the one who's been attacked. And we are literally the underdog living here in this part of the world, surrounded by 1.4 billion Muslims. And then the whole world is against us. When the Jews are strong, everybody don't like us. When we are bleeding and suffering, all of a sudden there's compassion. So let me tell the people of this world, we are not willing to surrender. God brought us here miraculously to our land, and he meant for us to stay here forever. And that's what we're going to do with or without the world's support.
Yes, amen to that. That is the decree of God, that the Jews would be in their land. We know that the fact that they've returned is fulfillment of so much prophecy, and Doobie being there, being born at a time such as this, he's one of those that Zechariah foresaw that would once again walk in the land. As Doobie and Bell, their families, their friends, everybody there, all of these people are people that the prophets foresaw thousands of years ago that would be gathered and would return. And so there is a lot of discouragement. You can kind of feel that, I just feel like there's an incredible tiredness, just a weariness, a tiredness for people, especially those that are facing it every day, those that are in Israel, those of us that care about Israel, but specifically for the Jews who are living there and Jews around the world. But the scripture that comes to mind is, let us not grow weary in doing well, for we will reap a reward. We will reap the harvest at the right season. And that is the thing that I just want to encourage everybody about is we have to dig our heels in. We are not going to roll over. We are not going to stop praying. We're not going to stop speaking. We're not going to stop supporting. We're not going to stop giving. Even with what's going on, Doobie saying all these trees. Israel to date has planted more trees per capita than any other country in the world. And what the enemies are doing is burning down the product and the fruit of this country. But they've done it before, and Israel just rebuilds. And that's what we're trusting God for. So I'm really praying for peace upon Doobie, upon his family, peace upon every Jew living there. And we continue, as always, to stand and pray for the peace of Jerusalem. As you go about your week, pray for everybody who's there. Just pray. If you want to put on some old Kim worship, do that. Just go there, find some songs, listen to it, sing it out, declare it. And let's trust God together that we are going to see a resolution here, and that we're going to see every single Jew around the world protected. So, Doobs, I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to say.
Yeah, I would say, just to end this whole segment now, I would say that we are praying also for the Christians in this world that are grafted into the same destiny that we have stored in our future, because we're not going to be raptured alone, and the Christians are not going to be raptured without the Jews. And therefore, I just pray for everybody not to be tired from this war, to remember to every day, turn on the news or whatever, go to the right channels, the ones that that are telling you the truth, and log into our website, our Facebook, because we give you updates, and we're there to tell you the truth. And literally, Christy, you are the best prayer intercessor I know in this world, and people should literally listen and be encouraged by your prayers, because we are together. We are together.
We are
Jews and
together.
Christians together.
Yes.
And we just need to keep on standing and being a watchman on the walls of Jerusalem, because that's where God's apple of the eye. And this is what's really important. This whole war, it's about the enemies, the adversary fighting against God.
Yes.
And we're not going to let them win.
No, we're not. So thank you, Doobs. As always, I'm so grateful for this man. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tune in next week. As always, we'll have something new for you here every Friday on israelupdate.org. So God bless you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
This week on Real Life, Real Faith, we're speaking about the topic of finding peace when the world's gone mad. And all of us encounter that. We're all facing difficulties. So if you want to be encouraged, I'm encouraging you to tune in to real-faith.tv. Don't miss this episode, or you can click the link in the player below your screen. We'll see you there.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem solution, one product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code for our $25 extravaganza. Order $75 and over. Your entire order ships absolutely free.
We here at the House of Destiny are partnering with you to let our viewers, of course, know about your company. It's Beverly Hills Precious Metal.
Andrew, explain how that works.
So I'll walk you through it right now. So if you go to bh-pm.com, right there on the homepage, you'll see a form that you could fill out. And that form is very important in letting us know how we can help you. So you just put in your first name, last name, email address, phone number. There's a section that says, how did you hear about us? And in there, put Kim Clement. And then there's a portion where you could write a couple of notes down on the bottom. Usually within about about 24 to 48 hours, we'll contact you by phone call, and then we'll go over everything with you. This isn't a high pressure deal. We always recommend that if you feel uncomfortable, take a step back, pray about it. You will gain the answers that you need by doing that, and come back to us when you're comfortable.